In this video, Russ Scala, expert in performance and TRT, in medicine over 40 years and writer of the American Biohacker, it's right here, guys. Still, you can buy it on Amazon. He will talk about the hormones you must optimize to fix erectile dysfunction.
Please like and subscribe. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Russ.
Hey, hi, how you guys doing? First thing I want to say is thanks for creating this group. I'm not a doctor, but I have a lot of doctors that work for me in Orlando and a little history. I traveled around the United States as a research director for a large pharmacy to come up with new TRT formulations. I've trained over 600 physicians across the US, and I could tell you this, that in a very short period of time, the guys that come on this thread or on this page with you, Stephen, they could learn more than about 90% of the physicians out there. So whether it's bro science or double-blind studies, it's all important. We all, cream rises to the surface. And it seems like doctors get offended by me a lot of times because I say everybody is biochemically unique. You can't use the same treatment for everybody. I'm sorry, it's biology. Test, don't guess. Education before medication, right? Biology before pharmacology. It's not anything. It's not rocket science. So I tend to get people upset because I look at things in different areas, but I'm just as curious as everybody else is, and I want to share information. Am I going to get it right all the time? Maybe not, but I want to shine light on other areas in the TRT market. Whether it's erectile dysfunction or brain injury that I'm rehabbing currently, I want to share it through your page. And I think that's how we change the business. That's how we change the market.
Great, exactly.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Okay, so the question was, what hormones do we have to optimize to fix erectile dysfunction?
Okay, so erectile dysfunction, guys, think about it. It could come from different areas. When I was a triathlete racing across the United States, I didn't realize that the elevated cortisol, low testosterone, was going to cause erectile dysfunction, okay? So here I am, an athlete racing, I'm really fit, I'm tan, I'm looking good, and I can't get an erection. Very embarrassing. And to the point where I didn't even want my girlfriend to touch me at the time because I couldn't perform. So in that instance, the physical stress that I was under was elevating cortisol and suppressing my testosterone, growth hormone, thyroid, and all those carbohydrates, where it causes an imbalance in my intestinal tract. So now I deal with endurance athletes around the world that call us that have an erectile dysfunction, and we got the answer. That's one area.
Okay, and so how do you tackle this problem? Well, where do you start?
Well, for me, remember that when it comes to erectile dysfunction, it can be physical, it can be emotional, okay? And it's multifactorial. You can't just take Viagra or up your testosterone levels. You've got to look at multiple metabolic markers if you have erectile dysfunction. And let's think about it for a second. From a physiological standpoint, if you can't get an erection and you're 40, that tells me you should go get a heart scan, because if you have endothelial dysfunction or blockage in your penis, I don't want to just give you an erection and then you have a heart attack. So I want to check the heart out. All right, so that's ground zero. You do have to optimize testosterone, but it's a little different for everybody. You have to bring down cortisol levels. Your partner is very important in communicating these situations. You know, and it's oxytocin levels. My pharmacy makes oxytocin levels. A lot of times we use a little testosterone and oxytocin, the bonding hormone, that it can help somebody in this situation. So ground zero is getting good lab work. Ground zero is optimizing your HPA G-axis and your microbiome. So we have a lot of those treatment protocols out of my pharmacy that we're developing right now.
And what lab tests are done exactly? Does that differ from person to person, or do you have a standard battery of hormones that should be checked?
I think number one, remember, and you guys are really good about saying don't treat just lab work here. And understand, you can't use any sweeping generalizations. So what works for one guy here may not work for the next. So let's use a sweeping generalization. Get all your hormones checked, your HPA-G axis. That's number one. Look at your neurotransmitters in your brain. You know, it could be that I've had guys with testosterone in the 700s, but they had subclinical hypothyroid. And until we corrected the low thyroid, which elevates dopamine levels for depression, the thyroid and the testosterone worked in synergy for a man to get an erection that we were working with. He was going to a low T clinic, and they kept increasing his testosterone dose, whereas hemoglobin and hematocrit went up to 57 to almost 60. He had to go give blood. So again, you can't treat hormones in isolation. Anybody that has erectile dysfunction, stay on this page with Steven and brainstorm the other areas. Like I said, it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be that you have a blockage or endothelial dysfunction in your penis, right? So neurotransmitters, thyroid, microbiome, all very important when customizing an erectile dysfunction protocol. I was with hundreds of men that have taken Viagra. You know what they tell me? Great, I got an erection, but I have no desire.
I understand, yes. And how is the psychological factor tackled then? Do you send them to a psychologist, or how does that work?
Well, I deal with, I'm an 11th hour interventionist right now. So my team, my team out of Orlando and my doctors, if we get a guy that's been to 5 doctors, endocrinologists in the Mayo Clinic, and he doesn't get answers, then we're called. So that makes me I really have to get answers because people are pissed. I've been on this, they've been on a journey for 4 years. What am I going to do with my team? So I want to make sure, you know, I don't miss anything. So for erectile dysfunction, we want to get the basic lab panel. That's like critical. Psychologically, where are you in your life? Like I had one guy that had testosterone pellets put in, then he went through a divorce. Testosterone pellets were not releasing enough testosterone and he went in the tank. So where are you in your life stress-wise? Are you going through divorce? Are you in a job that you hate? I always say, Steven, show me your 3 friends. I'll show you your health. All I'm saying is it's not just about, if you can't get an erection, there's multiple things we need to look at, okay?
Okay. And what about tadalafil, Cialis? Are you proposing that to all men because it also has some anti-aging and other effects?
I like Cialis, tadalafil, yes, because it helps with endothelial dysfunction. The synergy of Cialis, oxytocin, and testosterone helps elevate nitric oxide production at the arterial level, will help with the erection. I was a cyclist for a lot of years, so I damaged the valve. When I get an erection, I couldn't maintain it, and the blood would leak back out. When I started testosterone therapy, along with the tadalafil or the sildenafil citrate, it fixed the valve in my penis. Thank God.
Okay, that was very clear. Thanks a lot for this info.
Thanks, Steven. I enjoyed doing this topic on erectile dysfunction. Listen, guys, I got a deeper dive on the Russ Scala YouTube channel. You can see me at Scala Precision Health or that book right behind Steven, American Biohacker. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Steven.
Pleasure having you.
Thank you.